Hey guys, what's going on? My name is VoodooMonkiez. I'm here with Ty, is that right?
Yes, Ty, yes.
Ty from Loadout. So what do you do here?
I do the brand management and marketing for Loadout.
Okay, awesome. So what's
they call me the marketing douchebag here. and that's fine. Hopefully that's not like too PC.
It's alright. So what's it like to develop for Loadout?
It's awesome actually. It's a lot of fun. Working with the developers here is awesome. We all have like this really kind of irreverent sense of humor at the studio. So as you can see by how silly our game is and how ridiculous it can be.
I've been playing it since last year of RTX actually.
It's like we're all fans of 1980s action movies and we don't really have any problem showing it. So,
awesome.
But it's a blast. We really have a good camaraderie in the studio. We all kind of get each other. It's a good sense of humor, a good fun bunch.
Awesome. So another question I was gonna ask is like, with so many different combinations of the guns and things like that, what's it like having to make sure that there's no like OP guns or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean it's a common question we get all the time, and I could lie to you and say the game is perfectly balanced. I'm not worried about it. But the truth is, we're still in beta. We're still in early access on Steam, and we do take a lot they input from the community themselves. So we rely heavily on our community players and our beta testers to give us information about what they feel is overpowered, what they feel needs to be fine-tuned, what needs to be tweaked. We spend countless hours making sure that everything is as balanced as it possibly can be. We take a lot of pride in that. The one man in charge of actually doing that, and it's pretty much all he does day in and day out.
Right.
It's the one thing that we really, that's what we need people's feedback on. So it's definitely a challenge, but we feel that we're getting there. And anytime we introduce a new weapon payload or a new weapon part, it's like back to the drawing board, let's find out if this can break the game, if it's actually going to work. We spend a lot of time making sure that doesn't happen.
Right, I can definitely see that when I'm playing the game. It's just a lot of, there's so many combinations, but nothing seems to be just outstanding, It's like it's always, everything seems a little on level. Like if you're using a fire in your weapon, it doesn't do immediate damage, extreme like the slug would, but it would damage over time.
Damage over time, exactly.
Exactly. So it seems like it's got a nice little balance to it, everything. And
we try to implement a check and balance type system. So there's always a balance. There's always a counterattack to something that's attacking you. So it really evolves around just what weapon you have that's going to combat someone else's weapon.
Right. Exactly. Okay. And lastly, what I wanted to say is that I heard you guys are an Austin company.
Yes.
You're in Austin?
Based out of Austin, Texas.
What part of Austin? Like just like north, south?
North. I would say northwest side, kind of by Lake Travis.
Okay.
That area.
Yeah, I know what that is. Yep.
4 Points area.
Awesome. So how big's the team? What are you guys working with now?
The team on Loadout is relatively small. We have off and on for about 2 years now. We've had as many as 25 people working on it to as little as 5 people working on it. We work on 2 projects at a time at the studio, so we have to dedicate resources. To each project and basically it turns out that what's most important right now. But for the most part, Loadout is single-handedly one of the most important things I'm working on, and we're working hard to make sure the game is nice and polished and ready to go for an open beta release later this summer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.